Athletes, it is another fantastic day because you showed up. We have the fitness, and today we have
Lorna,
Kevin,
and we are gonna bring the workout your way in just a few moments. We've got squatting, we got running, we got marching and push-ups. We are ready to get everything in, so put your stuff away and get ready for your warm-up. Athletes, our warm-up is starting in 10 seconds, so go ahead and make your way to where you're running or where you're doing your marches. We got 5, 3, 2, 1, and we can begin with slow marches. I'm gonna have Kevin dial it back just a little bit for me. We're just warming up right now. I've got Lorna on the runner and she is walking. So right now we are just warming our body up, getting our heart rate up, getting that blood moving for the 8 rounds that we have coming your way. 8 rounds sounds like a lot, but you guys are gonna absolutely demolish it today. We always take it a round at a time, and when you do it that way, 8 rounds isn't that long. When we've got our run for today, if you guys are going to be running, 200 meters, if you don't have it marked out, is gonna be roughly a minute. So during this warm-up period, if you wanna run out for 30 seconds and then run back, that is gonna be the distance you're gonna use for the entire workout. I always say do this when you're fresh, because if we try to figure it out mid-workout, that distance is always gonna be a little bit shorter. So 30 seconds out and 30 seconds back. I'm gonna have everybody relax. We're gonna go ahead and make our way back to center, and we are gonna take those arms, and I wanna start out with arm circles. So our arm circles are going to be forwards or backwards. You can pick the direction. So we've got big circles. We're just gonna open ourselves up. I will let you pick which way you're gonna go, but you can get a little bit of momentum in there. Next, we're gonna go ahead and relax, and we're gonna go opposite direction. And then we're gonna relax, and then we're gonna take both hands in front of us, and then we're gonna go opposite directions with each hand. So you pick the direction with each hand, but it's not that difficult. You're just gonna go opposite hand, and then I want you to switch, and it's gonna be opposite direction with each hand. There we go, perfect. You can do your own thing like Kevin's doing, but I just need you guys moving. Next one, relax. I want you to take those arms, we're gonna throw them across our body. So back and forth, give yourself the biggest hug possible, alternate which hand goes on top. Now we are gonna move down to the floor, and we are going into our push-up positions. Kevin is gonna head to the bench. Lorna's gonna go down to the floor. Lorna's got hand release push-ups. We've got Kevin on elevated push-ups. Right now, I just want you guys to get through this, make sure everything feels good. If we need to grab a band, stretch out a little bit extra before we get into the workout, we're welcome to. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 more reps. And relax, go ahead and stand up. We've got Kevin on squats to bench, and then we're gonna have Lorna with jumping air squats. With our jumping air squats, you do not have to come off of the ground at a certain height. I just need clearance from the floor and your body. With Kevin, he is doing squats to bench with a high knee raise or a high knee. So on this high knee raise, what we're looking for is we wanna make sure that our chest stays up when we do that knee raise. We're gonna go ahead and relax. I want you to head back to the runner, back to our marching position. I'm gonna have Lorna pick it up to a little bit of a jog/run, and I'm gonna have Kevin give us a little bit more intensity on these marches. As Kevin's doing, put those hands into it. We can play the Snow White theme song where it's hi-ho, off to workout we go, because fitness is coming up soon. We're gonna go another 10 seconds here, just making sure that everything feels good. If you need to change your shoes out for those marches or the running, now is the time I want you to do that. We are resting in 3, 2, 1, and that is it. The warm-up is over. The workout is coming up next. Athletes, our workout is starting in 10 seconds. Go ahead and make your way to your marching position or your running position. We are starting in 3, 2, and 1, go! We've got Lorna on the runner running for 200 meters. We've got Kevin marching in place for 80 steps. 80 steps, not 800. Please don't do 800, Kevin. What we're doing here is that we've tried to equate a similar distance time, which is roughly a minute for a 200-meter run, to marching. So if you guys are on marching and you're doing the 80 reps, but you find that it takes you way over a minute, you are allowed to cap yourself at around a minute 05. Remember the number that you got. So I'm not gonna say too many numbers right now because I don't wanna throw Kevin off with his counting or Lorna's. But if we got 60 march steps in a minute, that's what the goal we're gonna aim for every single round. Kevin is done with his reps. We're gonna go back and check those numbers. And then we're going to our bench with our elevated push-ups for Kevin And then Lorna is gonna go to the floor and doing 10 hand release push-ups. When we're going through this, we have 8 rounds today, so I hate to ruin the end of the movement for you because we've got 80 reps today. So if you guys need to break these up, push-ups are one of the things that we can burn out on pretty easily. So if we think about fast, quick sets and then take a quick rest and then get right back into the remaining reps that we have, sets of 4 is completely acceptable for the amount of volume that we have today. We've got Kevin onto his squat to bench with high knees. And with those high knees, like we talked about in the warm-up, I wanna make sure that our chest stays tall when we bring those knees up. Don't bring them up so high that you fall off the back of the bench, but we wanna make sure that we are elevating those knees and challenging ourselves. It will get tough because those hip flexors are gonna light up from the marches that we have, and then when we go to raising our knees. We got both athletes onto their second round. Now, if you do notice in front of Kevin, he does have Nerf bullets. There is not an unplanned Nerf war that's gonna happen. He's using these for round counters, and we highly recommend that you guys use a similar object at home to keep track. Because like we always say, if you forget what round you're on, you're always back at 0. So we wanna make sure that you guys are using some system to keep track. You can have a whiteboard, you can use some small change plates. If you've got enough cats or dogs, you could use those if you can keep them in one place. But we got 8 rounds today, so let's remember where we're at. Kevin is doing a fantastic job of opposite hand, opposite knee when he goes through those marches, and then we're right back onto our push-ups. Lorna is back on her run, and on these runs, I know that you're gonna think that I sound ridiculous when I say this, but on this workout, the run and the marches are gonna be our active recovery piece. So I'm not necessarily looking for a sprint on those. I want you to give me 60 to 70%, focus on trying to get our breathing back so we can apply a high effort to our push-ups and then the air squats that we've got. Lorna is done with that runner, and then she is back onto the hand release push-ups. With our hand release push-ups, we are going down, chest is making contact with the floor, and then both hands come off the floor briefly. There's no standard in terms of how high it comes from the floor. I just want you to get those off the ground and then back up. If you guys have a difficult time figuring out with regular push-up your range of motion, when you go down to a hand release push-up, the contact that your chest makes with the floor is the same contact you should make in your regular push-ups. We've got Kevin going into those marches again, and I'm gonna get him to get those knees a little bit higher for me. There we go. And then we've got Lorna moving back to her run. We are on to round number 3 for both athletes. We got smiles, we got laughs, we got a great attitude going, and we're not even halfway. But I want you, oh sorry, I won't say that again. I want you guys to keep moving for me, and with this workout, 8 rounds can be difficult if you approach it mentally in the way of thinking that we got an entire 8 rounds to go. But when you frame it in a way that I get to do 8 rounds versus I have to do 8 rounds, it makes it a little bit more palatable. And then also think about the work that you're doing at hand. Don't think about how much more of that marathon that you have to go. It's one foot in front of another so that we get through these, and it'll go by a lot quicker than you think it will. We got Kevin back onto his push-ups, doing a fantastic job. If you guys are doing your elevated push-ups, we can use a different height for different difficulties. The higher up we go, the easier it's gonna be, but we wanna make sure we keep a nice, strong plank position. Personally, I don't like doing knee push-ups if we don't have to. I would rather elevate your body and use your entire body length versus modifying and putting our knees on the ground. Now, that's not to say that there's not a time and place for those. If we didn't have something to do push-ups on, knee push-ups are okay, but you know that I prefer doing an elevated push-up with your full body length. Kevin is working his way through those air squats with the knee raise, and I'm gonna make sure he's keeping that chest up when we get into those reps, and those knees are coming up high. Now with our knee raises, you challenge yourself here, because when we're doing our marches, I know that Kevin can get those knees up by, yeah, there we go, right around waist level. Now, if that's difficult for you or you have issues with your hip flexors, you're welcome to keep those knees a little bit lower, but I want you to challenge yourself to a place that's gonna work for you and give that difficulty about a 5, 6 out of 10. I don't wanna get a 3 or a 2 or a 1. We gotta get those knees back up, Kevin, back up, up, there we go. And when we get the thumbs up, we know we're at the right place. We got Lorna back onto her running, and Kevin's moving back into his push-ups. Now again, our athletes are doing a great job of doing these push-ups unbroken. If you need to break them up, that is completely fine. I much would rather see good form, near perfect form on these push-ups versus starting to worm our way out of those push-ups So think about doing a set of 4, a set of 3, get off your hands, shake them out, and go right back into that movement. Because if we can get less time under tension, so I'm not holding myself in the top of the plank position, it gives myself a chance to rest, a chance to recover, and then I can get back into giving quality reps. We got Kevin back with the stone face, so serious today. There we go. We'll pull a little bit out of him. I think right now he's just focused on our upcoming dance series, so he's got some pressure on him. We're back into these air squats and knee raises, and Lorna's moving back to her push-ups. We are on round number 4 for both athletes. This is number 5 for Kevin. Fantastic job. Everybody at home, I want you guys to keep moving. The halfway mark is the part that's gonna be the most difficult in this workout. So you're like, I've already done so much and I've got so much left to go, but this is the downhill. Once we get past round 4, we can coast down, and we're gonna think about, as always, when we get to our last round, I'm gonna push the pace on you. All of our rounds right now should be about the same time. So round 1 should be about the same time as round number 7. But when we get into round number 8, that is gonna be our fastest round for the day. Lorna is flying through these air squats. She is right on Kevin's tail. We're back on the run. We're getting a little bit of a smile out of Kevin. We're trying to stay in character today though. Serious fitness always. We're back into our push-ups and back into our running for Lorna. You guys are doing great at home. With the runs, like I said, if you guys don't have a certain running distance out, take an object, put it out there so you know, and you can keep yourself accountable, because if you're running to that mailbox every time, it seems like it's getting further and further away. But we know that we're getting fit every time we make it to that mailbox and back. Kevin is back into the air squats with the knee raise, doing a great job of keeping that chest up. Kevin is keeping his feet together. He's got a pretty narrow stance on the squat today. You guys don't have to maintain that. If you want to go a little bit wider, you're more than welcome to. Kevin finds that with our squats that we do today, resting on that bench to pull our knees up, this is the most comfortable position for him. One of the most important things that I can tell you is there is not a one-size-fits-all position or form for any movement that we do. Your body is different than Kevin's, that's different than Lorna's, that's different from Josh's behind the camera. And we want you guys to figure out the position that feels the most comfortable and the safest for you. We'll always give you points of performance, but if you find that taking your feet out a little bit wider than what Kevin has, or moving your hands in a little bit of a different position than Lorna has works for you, then that's where we want you to be. Lorna is giving that camera look, because now we're grinding through these push-ups. We got Kevin smiling already. We're not staying serious? Okay. Now, I think it's because we're on the other half of this workout, so we can relax just a little bit. We're back into our push-ups for Kevin. We got Lorna doing the starfish for just a second to rest, and then she's getting right up, and she's getting into her air squats. And again, if you guys can't tell, we are having a great time today. We're having a great time because you showed up, and we want you guys to have a great time while you're here. Don't let this turn into something that you're dreading on doing, like I've got to get my workout in. We look forward to this every single day, filming these classes for you guys, and we are so thankful that you're here. So let's make this the best hour or the best time of your day that you've got. We want you guys to enjoy this and feel better about what you've accomplished and feel better about yourself by the time you get done with this. We may not meet the standard that we have planned out for ourselves in a workout, but we do never get down on ourselves for the performance that we did, because at the end of the workout, we've done the work. We may have found a way not to do that workout next time because we overpaced, or we picked the incorrect way, or we picked a movement that was too difficult, but that's a learning lesson that we can use for the next time that we get into a workout that has similar movements, and we can figure out a new plan so that we can really dominate. We got Kevin back into those high knees, and again, I'm gonna get Kevin to get those knees up. I know they can go up higher. There we go. If we don't get him higher, I'm gonna start making him touch his knees to his beard, because he can do it. There we go. We got Lorna on her run, staying relaxed on the run. It's very important when we're doing push-ups. Your upper body's gonna start to get tight, and those shoulders are gonna start to get tight on the run. Focus on staying relaxed, keeping those hands moving. We've got both athletes back into their push-ups right now. I love the form that I see from both. Again, we're keeping an engaged core and we're keeping a strong plank position. I don't want to see you guys warming up off the floor, and I don't want to see you piking your hips way up into the air either. We need to make sure that those abs, that core is engaged throughout, and focus on breathing. Every time we press, we breathe out. Kevin is back onto our air squats with our knee raise, and Lorna's back onto her jumping air squats. Both athletes still have a smile on their face. I tried my hardest to break them, but it never works. They just come back stronger with it, just like you guys do. So keep moving, everybody. We are on the other half of these 8 rounds. I'm gonna have to count Nerf bullets in just a second because I know that we're getting close to the end. Kevin's on his last round, I think. I think he is. And there is the big smile, but I'm gonna start no rep, higher. There we go. You can still speed it up though. I wanna see fast, but I'm gonna challenge you guys at home. Get them up, Kevin. This is it, here we go. I'm doing it. We gotta get knees up. This is like a Rocky montage right now. This is perfect. We're gonna go out back and pull the sled in the snow in just a minute. After that, Kevin is moving on to his push-ups, and you see this intensity increase because this is Kevin's last round. If you guys are keeping pace with Kevin, you better be pushing. I wanna see you guys at home beat Kevin on this round. We are moving through. I think my hands are bruised from those knees. Man, Kevin. After that, we got Lorna moving back to her push-ups. We got Kevin on his push-ups, and he's gonna make these go a little bit faster because I know that we can get that intensity there. This is perfect. I'm gonna take this 45-pound plate and put it on Kevin's back. No phase. Here we go. Keep working through. Let's go, Kevin. Good job, Lorena. Lorena's doing a great job of breaking when she needs to. I don't want you guys getting to failure on your push-ups because if we're reduced to singles and doubles, while it's okay if it happens, we wanna try to avoid that. Kevin is working through these air squats with the knee raise. I'm gonna make him go move a little bit faster because I know he's got it in him. This man has fought a bear before. We don't talk about that. Talked about it before filming. But if he can fight a bear, he can go a little faster on these air squats with knee raise. There you go, Kevin. Almost done. And that is it. Even with the finish at the top. We got Lorna on her last round. Last round for Lorna. So it's all eyes on Lorna right now. If you guys are keeping pace with her, fantastic job. We got Kevin moving into some more no reps on his high knees because these knees are so, if you're gonna be supportive, well, if you're gonna cool down, I gotta have it properly. Kevin is doing what I've requested in the past, and I will request to you today. If you guys are performing this workout with somebody else in the same room, keep moving after you've rested. So the tendency that we have, and we all know that person, that when they get done with the workout, they fall over, they kick their shoes off, and they roll around on the ground. I'm not calling anybody out. If you're doing that right now, please don't think I'm talking about you. But ideally, when we get done with the workout, we want to try and recover and focus on our recovery, because you can be a great athlete in the workout, but if you don't know how to recover, you're only half an athlete. So when you're going through this, if you guys want to continue moving around while your partner or your other gym competition is doing this workout with you, think about going through the motions of slowing yourself down, getting your heart rate down, breathing. We got Lorna moving through these push-ups, and I'm not gonna let up right now. She is moving. Let's go, Lorna. No breaks here. There we go. And we're right into our air squats, and this is gonna be fast. We got Kevin trying to battle off, but Lorna is still beating your cycle time, Kevin. But the turn in the air is quite impressive. There we go, Lorna, and that is it. Great job, Kevin, great job. Athletes, if you guys are still working at home, keep going. You can always stop the film and then get into the cool down later, but we want you guys to complete this workout all the way through the end because you got this far, so don't lose what work you've put in right now. We are so thankful for you guys showing up today. Your cool down is coming up next. Athletes, great job once again on the workout today. We are so thankful that you guys showed up. We love having you guys every single day. Now, if this is your first time and you like free stuff, we've got the offer for you. We've got a 7-day free trial to Mayhem Athlete where this workout and tons of other workouts are posted every single day so that you can be the best version of yourself. Whether you're focused on bodybuilding, CrossFit, functional fitness, workouts on the road, in the office, at your parents' house, at your kid's house, at your friend's house, in the gym, wherever you can move, we got workouts that will fit your lifestyle. We've got tracks that will get you to be a better version of yourself because you'll get a little bit more fitness every day, or you can make it all the way to the competition floor. So please, join us today. We love having you. Now, serious time, the cool down is listed over here, over Lorna. I'm not sure where. It could be here, it could be here, but you know you got to do it because your body just took care of you, so take care of your body. And as always, remember, be good, be kind, and join us again for another great day of fitness.